So, a very good day to all the viewers. So, I have with me Dr. Priyanka, who is the proud achiever of All India Rank 10 in the recently conducted INISS Endocrinology October 2024 session. So, hearty congratulations to you, Dr. Priyanka.
Thank you, sir.
So, can you please take us through your introduction, where you are from, your alumni colleges, and when have you completed your internal medicine residency, those things?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm from Odisha, sir. I did my MBBS in MKCG Medical College, Barampur, and then I did my MD Medicine in SCB Medical College, Cuttack, both in Odisha only, sir. And I completed in July 2023. After that, I'm giving exams, sir.
Okay, okay. So, I think this is your third attempt, right?
Yes, sir, third.
So you have been focusing on endocrinology for the past 1 year. So you
Yes,
must
sir.
have adopted different strategies, and there is a whole lot of students who is going through the similar phase, like they have passed out last year and they have been toiling hard for a seat in the INI exams. So can you please share your experience on how it started, the journey towards endocrinology, and till its fruition by securing a All India rank 10 over the last 1 year?
Yes, sir. Sir, I didn't much think about endocrinology in first year, second year of MD medicine, but after that, I mostly came across cases that were mostly related to endocrine. So it was a lot of interest in that case, and we had a hospital where we didn't get a posting in endocrinology, so not of much coverage from there. So we used to ask our seniors who were working there, and then get the case solved. So after that, I had a keen interest that I want to know more about this because it is something that can treat the patient and make them happy. So then I started preparing actually from February 2023, and then after that I completed my MD exams. Then we have to join in bonds in Odisha, sir. So after that I was doing my senior residency, and then I went through your videos on YouTube, sir. Then I decided that I have to study from you the endocrinology. It was completely the best I can get from any faculty I've seen right now. So then I took doc tutorials, and I first started with you are having QRP session. So I made a brief outline about the entire subject. Then I started reading the 14th edition of Williams. So by that I gave April exam, but as soon as I got a rank in there, but I didn't get a seat. So I had to switch to 15th edition of Williams in July. So by that, I gave exams in your videos and your notes. Everything was that, sir.
Okay. So, what was your primary source material? Was it the notes you have made from Williams, the QRP, or from the long videos?
No, so I used QRP as an outline of endocrinology subject. Then I used to study. Then I used the chapters in Williams. I added the extra points. I had the lacuna in my notes. I used the long videos for my revision, sir. I used it when I was revising the entire Williams again. So I used to keep your videos on, go through the entire chapter, and then it helped me to just cover it up in a short time.
So, in your take, Dr. Priyanka, do you feel that the source materials that the doc tutorials offer, be it the long videos, the Q bank, the grant test, the QRP, can it serve as a standalone material? Because many students are having like a shortage of time while they have completed their MD and they are going to give their shot at INISS. Hardly 2 to 3 months are available for the entire preparation. So, in such span of time, do you feel that those students, even without going through the Williams, they should be able to cover for their lacunae by just going through the preparation materials and doc tutorials alone?
Yes, sir. This time the exam was actually a little bit on the easier side. So I felt that it is actually more than adequate the amount of videos and the data we are having in Doctor Tutorial is more than enough. But the exam I gave in April, it was on a tougher side. So it made me think that you have to always have a Williams note in handy. At least the important chapters you should have it in hand. Not everything you can read in Williams, but the important chapter you should have it because the exam was very difficult in April, sir.
But the the fallacy, Dr. Priyanka, is that if you go look at the scores the scores of the top rankers in the April and the October. The
Yes, sir.
exam that you generally consider as easy, which is the October
Yes, sir.
session, was having actually the similar or even
Yes,
lesser
sir.
scores compared to the
Yes,
those
sir.
in the April session. So I feel that it is a fallacy to call an exam as an easy one or a difficult one, because uh, like if you exclude some of the outliers, for all the I think I've been closely following this INISS at least for the last 7 or 8 sessions. Every session would have the clustering of ranks around that
Yes, sir.
66 to 70 rate, be it an
Yes, sir.
exam which is perceived as easy, exam perceived as very difficult, and I think the top scores would all cluster around these marks. So this is
Yes,
very
sir.
important for the aspirants as well, because a person would perceive the exam as easy when the majority of questions are easy, like if they are able to answer it in one go with 10-15 seconds, then they would consider it as easy. But the proportion of difficult questions, those 5 to 10 questions, which is actually going to determine your ranks, would be the same in almost all the papers, at least for the
Yes, sir.
last 4 to 5 years. Right, Dr. Priyanka? I
Yes, sir.
think
Yes, sir.
after you
That's
have
true.
helped me a lot in recollecting the questions, the recall questions as well. And I know that
Yes, sir.
you too have made some silly mistakes this time around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that's
Definitely
also,
in medicine part, I did it, sir.
yeah, that's also a very important for an person, because there is no little room for error in endocrinology, because
Yes, sir.
there would be so many students who are aspiring for the subject, and there would be a clustering in the mid region. So even if you
Yes,
lose
yes,
it
sir.
out by one question, your rank would come like plummeting to at least 10 or 15 position downwards. So it is very important, not
Yes, sir.
only in the learning process, but also in the actual exam hall. You have to be doubly sure of the answer that you are marking it as.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
how did you make use of the Q Bank, which is provided by our platform? So, did it supplement your preparation for endocrinology?
Sir, I actually didn't complete the Q bank. I did the important topics I covered in Q bank, but I couldn't do the entire Q bank. I mainly focused on the I mean the GTs and the videos, and the part I studied. I was focusing on revising it because I had already given the exam, so it was I knew which area were important, so I had to just revise it. I was focusing more on that, and important chapters I covered the Q bank, sir. And
Okay.
mostly, sir,
So,
I would say thanks to the custom module in Dr. Drill, that helped me a lot during my preparation. There were days when I didn't want to give the GT, but I wanted to solve some questions. There, it helped me a lot, sir.
okay. So, you have made use of the QRPs, the long videos, and partly the Q Bank as well. Did you attempt the GTs, and how did you fare in those exams?
Yes, sir. I used to try. I almost, except one or two, I gave everything on time, sir. And the last GT, I had rank 12. And before that, first I gave it was very bad ranks, then eventually it improved. And last GT I had 12 rank.
Okay, so that almost mirrors your final rank as well, the ranked in the All India level.
Yes, sir.
And one more challenging thing for you, Dr. Priyanka, was that you, even though you have been practicing in the clinics for the last 2 years in your college, but you are like out of touch with the rigorous academics that one would associate with a residency. So it is
Yes, sir.
always a challenge, because the 25-30 questions from the medicine can often be the game changer. If the
Yes,
paper
sir.
is on the the most of the questions are on the easier side, then often the medicine questions become the rank determining one. So how do you curate your preparation regarding the 30 medicine questions in the paper?
So I was mainly focusing on the questions. First, I decided that I'll go through the topics that were mostly asked earlier. Then, during my, even when I'm in the wards or even when I'm seeing patients, I try to just recollect the things I have studied and practice over there. And for mainly, I'll say the custom model I did, that was mostly helpful for me in the non-endocrine part. There were so many questions I couldn't do everything, and I couldn't even revise everything in time because I had so much less time. So I used to take only the general the medicine part and help the cube custom module, and they'll solve, and I'll later on revise it. That is what I did for it.
Great, great. So did you go through the QRP of the other specialties like the cardiology, nephro, neuro, like that, or you?
Yes, sir. I did gastro, sir, because I was that is not my strong subject. So I did gastro QRP. I completed, sir.
So this is one feedback students have given me. They will focus on one subject entirely for INI, and the QRP as part uploaded as part of the INI packages of other subjects have indeed helped them in solving some of the questions in the medicine part. So that is one thing
Yes,
where
sir.
the aspirants can also look upon. So,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Priyanka, the clearing the initial examination, the MCQ was only one part of the story, and still you had one more challenge ahead of you in the form of the departmental assessment. So, how did you
Yes, sir.
equip yourself to attend the departmental assessment session?
So it was solely, sir, because of you, I would say. The videos that you gave, I watched it around 2 3 times, and I used to watch it, just watch it, and then I'll make a different note for my interview. Differently, I made it. Everything was based on your videos, sir. You did,
So, and
and
was
for
it helpful in the eventual interview as well?
yes, sir, it was helpful for me. Yes, sir. So
So,
it gave at least the confidence. Sir. It gave the confidence that there are the major portions that I'm going to be asked. I have covered it. So not everything could be covered, but I was confident at the time.
So you have given three attempts in INI. Eventually, you have come out with flying colors. And what are the options ahead of you? So you have completed your medical study from your home state Orissa. So do you wish to continue it from AIMS Bhubaneswar because you have a seat in Bhubaneswar this
Yes,
time?
sir. So
So that is your
I
wish to.
want to. Yes, I want to be in information, but sir, I have to look through other things also, sir. The other colleges also I have to look through, sir. Then I'll decide, sir. Finally.
Okay, so all these peripheral aims whose seats have started in the last couple of years, the
Yes, sir.
Bhubaneswar, the Bhopal, and all. So I think all of the residents there are the doctoral students itself. I think the last session and the previous session as well. I myself
Yes,
have
sir.
interviewed all of them. I'm very happy that now all these aims, PGI, JITMER will be having the alumni of
Yes, sir.
doctorals.
Yes, sir.
So
Surely, sir.
thank you so much for your time, Dr. Priyanka. Hearty congratulations from myself and from the entire doctorals team. You have really made us proud. So, thank you very much for your time and all the very best for your future.
Thank you, sir. Sir, thanks a lot to you, sir. First.
Okay, bye, Priyanka.